A Better Lemonade Stand presents the step-by-step guide to launch an online store with Shopify and Printful. Welcome to our webinar. Today we're going to be going through every single step that you need to know to be able to launch your online store using dropshipping. A Better Lemonade Stand is an online platform that helps budding entrepreneurs take that leap and start their online business. You'll be able to find tutorials, tips, case studies, and so many resources that you'll need to really make that journey easier. I'm your host, Julia, and I'll be taking you through the webinar today. A little bit about myself. I happen to be a Shopify store owner and also a part of Printful's founding team. So I really know this process inside and out, and I'm happy to share what I know with you guys. So a little bit about what we'll be going through today. We'll be going through the basics of what is dropshipping, what is print on demand, how Printful and Shopify work together, how to create a design and think of a design in the first place, how to set up your store, how to get your products into that store, how to set up the very important payments, and then start selling. So what is dropshipping? So dropshipping essentially is what enables you to sell products without having them on hand yourself. So here's the process. So you've got your store, and an order is made on your store for a product. And this order, that information about the order is sent to the dropshipper. Now the dropshipper has the products on hand. They're the ones who store them, warehouse them, and they package that order and then send it out. They send it out in your name to your customer. So your client receives the order with the product with your branding all over it. So the benefits of dropshipping are multiple. One of the main benefits is that there are no upfront costs. Because of this, it's a really great starter business for someone who maybe doesn't have a lot of money to put up front, but wants to try out an idea. So the way it works is that you only pay the dropshipper for the product once an order is made. So in most cases, you don't have to put in a lot of money. Another benefit is that you get to validate your idea. So you're able to quickly implement, try, fail, and start all over again with a new idea. It's a low-cost way of testing out the market. Another of the benefits is that there's no inventory. So you don't have to worry about where to put stacks and stacks of t-shirts because it's all kept with the dropshipper. And then another major benefit is that it's automatically fulfilled. So you don't have to worry about shipping out products. You don't have to worry about the trips to the post office. Your dropshipper does it all for you. And in a way, then it can become even a passive form of income. So what is print on demand then? Now, print on demand is when you print a garment one by one. So rather than creating a big batch of garments that all have the same design, you print that one garment only once once that order has come into your store. So it's essentially a dropshipper who does printing too. And that is Printful. So they print out your designs as the order has come in for them. So how do Printful and Shopify work together? So here's an idea of the Printful order lifecycle. So say Gary wants to buy something at your store. So he goes to your Shopify store where he buys a product. That information is then automatically sent to Printful. Printful creates that product, puts your design on the t-shirt. Then that product gets made. It is packed. It has your branding put on it. And then that product is shipped to Gary. So Printful offers a very wide variety of different products. You can check out the different products that they offer. In this webinar, we'll be using t-shirts as an example because that is definitely one of the most popular products. So to start a store, you need 3 things. That's the absolute minimum that you would be able to start a store with. So one is a design. So you need to know what you'll be selling, and preferably it's from a great niche. We'll get into that later. You need a store, so you need that piece of digital real estate where you'll be able to sell your products and where people can go in and buy them and discover them. And then you need a payments processor. you need a way to get paid for those products that you're selling. So in this webinar, we'll be going through each of these in detail. So let's start with design. So first you have to choose your niche. And how do you choose a really great niche? So one way of thinking about it is that you have to choose something, a topic that's worth defending. So if you've ever found yourself in a case where you're talking to a colleague or a coworker or a family member, and you get very passionate about this one topic and they don't really understand it, but you do. So maybe it might be the incredible benefits of yoga, or this fantastic novel you just read, or fantasy football, or your, political affiliation, your ethnicity. It can be so many different things, but one thing that can drive your decision making is that to understand that this can be a topic that you would have to defend to other people who might not agree with you. The idea being is that there will be other people who are like-minded and that they will get it. So a great niche inspires the wearer. It is recognizable within the niche community, so that, when someone who is also a coffee lover sees your t-shirt, then they'll be able to empathize. It might require the wearer to explain the significance of the garment to other people, and it starts conversations. So take this example. So Richard, the founder of A Better Lemonade Stand, created this t-shirt line. He grew up by this Toronto subway station called Finch Station, and this station had a very specific kind of tiles. So what he did was he turned that type of tile into a t-shirt design, and he was able to sell that online. And soon enough, he had an entire store filled with all of the different Toronto subway station tile designs on them. So each person who feels very strongly or feels very affiliated to their own subway station can get their own t-shirt. So the next step is how to create a design. There are so many technologies available now that anyone with the widest array of different kinds of tech and design skills is able to create a design for their t-shirt. So this is one example of a very simple style of t-shirt. It's a typography shirt. So it's just basic letters or symbols that are typed up and then printed on the shirt. So it works. It has a big impact. People can read it easily. You can make it with essentially any tool that supports text. You just choose the font and you're good. There are so many tools you can make it in. Even the Printful mockup generator can make it. We'll get into that later on. You can also create your print file in Canva, Illustrator, GIMP, and more. Here are some examples of some really great t-shirts that are based on typography. So just taking some words and making them very impactful. Another idea is a simple drawing, for example. So here you don't have to be a super talented artist to be able to draw a basic but impactful design, as long as it speaks to your audience. So some tools that you can use is Sketch.io or Illustrator. Here are some really simple examples. Anyone, a 4-year-old, would be able to draw these simple lines, and yet just looking at them you can see the impact of the different designs, as well as a niche or the kinds of people who might be interested in them. And then you can also use just available shapes and geometric shapes that are available to use and manipulate into a design that would be suitable for your own niche. You can use essentially any illustration tools and just pair it with a cause that you care about. For example, this Nasty Woman t-shirt was popular during the past presidential elections. And it really has nothing to it from a design perspective, but it has done very well. You could, again, use Sketch.io, GIMP, Illustrator, whatever you'd like. And here are some more examples of effective geometric-based designs. So if these three kinds of design don't really suit your idea, if you need some more help to bring your idea to life, don't worry, there are other tools available. So for example, Fiverr, with 2 R's at the end, is a platform where there's a market of people who offer their skills for $5. So you can find someone to turn your design idea into reality. Then there's 99 Designs, where you can set your budget and designers from around the world compete for your business. They submit their ideas and then you choose the winner, and then your set budget goes to the winner that you choose. And then there's Upwork, which is possibly one of the largest freelancer platforms, where you can go through different portfolios of different graphic designers and then choose the one who has the style that suits you most and talk to them about their pricing to do the design work. So the next step is creating a print file. So what goes into making a print file that meshes well with Printful? The number one tip for you guys would be to check out the templates. You just go to products and pricing, click on the product that you're looking for, so t-shirts in our case, go to guidelines, and then click download. And then what you get is this PDF containing the different sizing information for different shirts. So here you see the size of the printing area that you're allowed to create your design in, as well as other information about what can and can't be on the tags. So now that we know the size of our printing surface, then we have to create the design. Now this is usually done in Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop. So they both are paid platforms, but there are certainly alternatives. So for example, Photoshop's alternatives are GIMP, Paint.net, Sumo Paint, while Adobe Illustrator alternatives include Inkscape, Serif Draw Plus, Carbon 14. So you can just Google these names and you'll be sent to their respective sites. And to get to know how to use either Photoshop or Illustrator, we highly suggest going to Skillshare. So go to www.abetterlemonadestand.com/Skillshare, and there you can really learn any skill that you would want to learn when it comes to graphic design and creating a print file. So another tip would be to follow the guidelines that are in Printful's website. So that would be to remove any backgrounds. Even if it is white and you're printing on a white t-shirt, you still want to remove that background. You want to make sure that you don't exceed the maximum size. You should convert all fonts to shapes and outlines, because Printful doesn't necessarily have the specific font that you've used. And save as a PNG format. That essentially guarantees the best possible and most precise results when you send your print file to Printful. So there are so many resources online. Printful's YouTube channel has a ton of different tutorials on creating different designs. You can check out the basic print file formatting video by going to this bit.ly link, bit.ly/printful_printfile. And then that will be your first look at a tutorial for formatting print files. So now that you've got your design, you've got your print file, now you need a store. So the first step is to set up your Shopify account. And guys, nothing could be more easy. Go to abetterlemonadestand.com/Shopify and register through that link, and you will get a longer first trial. Yep, so the regular trial is 14 days, and with the Better Lemonade Stand link, you'll be extended to 21 days. So you register, fill out just a few quick questions about yourself, basic information, and boom, you are sent to your store's backend. And look, we've got a store now. Doesn't look like much yet. Okay, so once you've set up you've registered to Shopify, now you have to set up your Printful account. So again, go to abetterlemonadestand.com/printful and register through that link, and you'll be taken to the Printful website. And here you want to click on the right-hand red block that says Sell Designs Online and connect your shop, because we've already got a shop, so we're going to connect our shop. Again, fill out your basic information, and here you are. So your next step will be to click Connect Your Store underneath at the bottom of the page. And then you'll be given 3 options. And we're going to choose the left-hand option to create your online store by connecting to a store's platform, because we've already created a store in Shopify, so we'll choose the Choose Platform option on the left. So we'll be prompted, and we'll choose Shopify, Connect, and we'll be sent to Printful's Shopify app page. Here you click the green Get button. You'll be asked if you want to install the app. You click Install App, and then here you connect it to your Printful account on the right-hand side, because you've already created an account. So you fill in your login information on the right-hand side, and then voila! Now your store is now visible. So if you go to Printful and you see stores, and then under stores, you now have your Shopify store. And so the next step to create the products will be to click that Add button. So now that we're here, we're going to create and upload our products. So we've clicked the Add button, and we are shown this. So first we have to choose a product, and we've already decided that we're going to be printing on a t-shirt. So we click on Shirts. We're going to start with a basic t-shirt, so we're going to go for the unisex t-shirts. And then we're going to choose the best-selling Bella and Canvas 3001 on the left-hand side. So now we see an option to configure the design. This is also what we call the mockup generator. Here you can create and see the design that you're building. So you can choose the different colors of the t-shirts that you want to sell. It can be multiple, it can also just be one. You can upload your design file. You can add text. There are several fonts that Printful offers. And you can also, not yet, but you will be able to add clip art. So we have decided to go with a black t-shirt with a hashtag hustle mode for those entrepreneurs out there. So then you also select the sizes that you want to sell, and then you're going to click Next, and then you're shown this next page. You'll get to choose whether you want the flat front or the wrinkle front image for your store. It really doesn't matter. It's a matter of preference. And then you choose your file format, a JPEG or a PNG. We suggest JPEG because your store will load faster. And and then proceed to description. So here, this is the information that will be displayed next to your product on your website. This is already created in advance for you, so you don't have to change it, but it is suggested that you do personalize your product descriptions. It doesn't have to be right now. You can get back to that later on through your Shopify store. But just so you know, this is also an option. You can edit that here. Then you choose to add the size guide, which is always a good idea. Choose your size guide's measurement system, and then you can see what's going to be added. And then you move to, so the next step is to define your pricing. So here you can either just define the flat out percentage of a profit that you want. On the left-hand side, under Printful price, you can see the price that Printful will ask you to produce, and then the retail price is the price that you sell the product for. So what's left in between is your profit. So you can set the percentage of your profit, and that will be applied to all of the different products that you're selling, or you can individually set the retail price. And then you can submit that to your store. And now we've got that green notification that our hustle mode short sleeve t-shirt has been added. And then we click view in Shopify. And then here we go. So under products, all products, now we see our one product that we've added to the store. After clicking on it, we can see that it's got the same product description that we just saw. So here you can edit it at any time that you would like. And then if we click view, that's right here, then this is what it looks like. Just a very basic storefront. So now we have to prepare our store. This is the fun stuff. So first you register a domain. Now what is registering a domain? So if you don't do this, your website will be the store name you chose .myshopify.com. So by registering a domain, you remove that My Shopify part, just your storename.com. And that is really what polishes your website and makes it look put together, essentially, and that you're serious. So the way you can register your domain, we suggest registering it through Shopify, because then you don't really have to worry about setting it up with your store. Shopify just takes care of that automatically. Of course, if you already have your own domain, then you can also connect that. It's just a few more steps. But yeah, so you go to your store's backend, and under online store, you choose domain, and then click buy new domain. And then here you can type in the store name that you would like for your store. And then Shopify will show you what is available and for what price. The pricing is set per year. It's a very democratic, regular price. And then you can choose to buy. And you're done. So then you have to choose your theme, which is what your store will actually look like. What will be the fonts and where the photos go and all of this stuff. So this is really creating that storefront that sets your store apart from others, visually, from a branding perspective, etc. So again, we go to the Shopify backend, go to online store, click themes. And and then so here we click on this explore free themes. So of course, we're going to suggest starting with free themes. Shopify has a ton of them. And the great thing about Shopify themes is that you get full support from the Shopify team if you're having trouble with the theme, which really does come in handy. And it's one of Shopify's biggest benefits is their incredible support. Okay, so we click explore free themes, and we are shown the different themes that they offer. We're going to go with that simple theme, and we're going to add that to our store. The next we suggest is creating a logo. So a logo is part of your brand, and it makes you look like you're serious because, of course, you are. We suggest using LogoJoy. Again, go to abetterlemonadestand.com/LogoJoy and follow the link. And then this is just a really simple logo builder. It's got really beautiful stuff that looks professionally done. It's not cheesy. So you type in the name of your store, click get started. They'll show you different kinds of visual aesthetics. Select the ones that you enjoy, that speak to you. Select the colors that you're interested in, and if you want, you can click and select symbols. So then, based on what you've offered to them, they will generate logos for you, and then you can go through them, make a little bit of tweaks, and then choose whichever you want. It's a one-time fee. We suggest the premium package. You get all the different kinds of logos that you could need for all of your marketing henceforth with this logo. So again, we go to our theme, we go to settings, and we'll see on the left-hand side, there's the possibility to insert a logo. You select the image and upload that logo. Yeah, and then so this is what you see. The little eyes on the left-hand side, by clicking them, you can either make visuals available or unavailable. We're going to take out that image in the background because we don't have a big hero image yet. Yeah. So the next part that we're going to suggest is setting up Google Analytics. So Google Analytics is probably it's a free tool by Google, and it shows you the information about all of your store's traffic, all of your visitors. You can see where they came from, and it will really help you develop your marketing strategy down the line. So you go to google.com/analytics. This is their website. And in the top right corner, you choose sign in. And then you sign in with your regular Gmail credentials. And then on the bottom left corner, you see the orange cog. So you click on that, and then you're sent to this page. And in the middle, you see the property column. You click on the little arrow going down, and you choose create new property. And then from there, you just enter your website name, your website URL, choose the industry, the time zone, and then get your tracking ID. So once you've been shown your tracking ID, you go back to your Shopify store, to your backend. Again, you go to online store, to preferences, and then there on the bottom right corner, you'll paste in your Google tracking ID code right there. So once you've got your Google Analytics set up, now you want to set up your email marketing. We're going to suggest using MailChimp. MailChimp is a really great platform, easy to use email marketing. And email marketing is probably one of the most, the best tools that you can use to drive traffic and sales on your store. So from the very get-go, we suggest that you make an effort of collecting email addresses from your visitors and then sending out regular emails every once in a while. And setting that up isn't difficult at all. Go to abetterlemonadestand.com/MailChimp, follow through the link, and you'll be taken to their website. So choose sign up for free, and then go to the Shopify App Store, search for MailChimp, and then click that green Get button. And then it will prompt you to install the app, which you do. Then you'll connect to MailChimp, choose that. You're already signed in to MailChimp, so then you're prompted to connect your site. You'll choose Shopify, and then and then you'll click that Get MailChimp for Shopify. Fill out the data, your username, your password, connect it, and choose to sync your store with your MailChimp list. Click continue, and you're done. But what you do still need to do is you need to add a section to your website where you can collect those emails. So again, you go to your theme, and then on the left-hand side, you'll choose Add Section, and you'll scroll down and choose Newsletter, and then bam, you are going to have this section added to your storefront. Of course, click Add. Of course, you can change up the text, the copy. And now we're down to setting up payments. This is that most important step, because what would be an online store without the ability to make purchases? So easily, hands down, the best bet would be to use Shopify payments that are already built into the platform. That being said, Shopify payments are available not in all countries, but they're available in the US, Canada, Puerto Rico, UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, Singapore. If you're outside of these countries, don't worry. There are other options that we'll get into. But for those that are going to choose to use Shopify payments, it's a great option. They accept all major payment cards, and then you get to bypass that next step of finding a third-party payment processor. Now, and then it also features very transparent pricing. So if you're outside of these countries, then PayPal is a great option. It is available in most countries. They accept payments via PayPal as well as credit cards. But the main minus with PayPal is that it directs you away from your sales page to the the PayPal payment window. So that way it's not branded. The entire step of the purchase isn't necessarily branded according to you. They're sent to PayPal. So it is functional, but consider that there is this one branding minus. But there are also tons of different payment processors. Go to shopify.com/payment-gateways, and there's a list of every country with the main payment processors that are available in said country. And voila, you made it. You have successfully created now your online store. You're ready to go out and start selling your incredible t-shirts from an incredible niche. And so let's recap. So now we've learned that dropshipping is the best way to go and the quickest way to set up a business. We've learned how to use Printful and how to get them to print our products. We've identified a great niche that you will defend and that will get people talking. You've created a winning design. It works with the Printful templates. It has great copy. We've set up our stores, so we've chosen some pretty templates. We've figured out the text. We've uploaded the products. We set up the different supporting services like MailChimp and Google Analytics to make sure that your store is running smoothly. And we've set up payment options. And that's it. And then we've got a launched store. So I'll leave you with this quote by Walt Disney. The way to get started is to quit talking and start doing. So that is what I would suggest that you all take to heart. You've seen that creating an online store is not that difficult. It can be done. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. So are you ready to get started? That is great. Here are all of the links that you'll need again to get started and get that ball rolling. And of course, we would love to hear your feedback about this webinar. So go to abetterlemonadestand.com/feedback and let us know how this was and what we can improve on in the future. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.